Hasbunallah. Hawla wala quwwata. It's okay. نوعت 40 وزن خلوة الرياض. طريقتنا الصحبة في الخير من جميع. Our way continues with Sohbat, with the Sohbat of the Prophet. The zikr and the association is the zikr and the association of the Holy Prophet. ﷺ. It is not the association of our ego. It is not the association of the running after this world or our desires or politics. It is learning who we are, what our Lord is wanting from us today. What is He expecting from us? He has created us and He has put us into this world. What is He expecting from us? So many they are going to say what He expects from us is to pray 5 times a day, to fast in the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as our Shaykh Sahib Saif saying, and Sultan Awliya saying, is looking only at the place in mankind where He is supposed to be. Don't try to look for Allah in the skies. He's not there. People trying to look at Allah in statues or in the water or in the... It's not there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He looks down into this world, where does He look? He's not looking at the trees in the sky. No. The blessings is something, but His divine look, His divine favor, something else. He is looking into our heart, His throne, to see whether He is there or not. This is important. So the one who is an intelligent believer, he's going to check that throne of Allah, that heart, to see what is my heart busy with today. Is it busy with my Lord? Am I putting Him there? Am I busy with nonsense things? Once you're looking into your heart and you are seeing, I still have this so much suspicion. I still have this so much complaining. I still have this so much jealousy and this so much anger. It is occupying the throne of Allah. That is a shirk. That is making partnership to Allah. Intelligent believer is going to say, now that I have to run to find a cure for that, to get rid of that, to take that out from my heart. Looking for a cure for that too. It is not just sitting somewhere, you're going to pull your tasbih, or just going to someone and someone is just going to pray for you. Holy Prophet is showing us how that is achieved for 23 years. And how is He showing us how that is achieved? Through Sohbat, through Jamaat, through Hizmat. 124,000 companions of the Prophet, they all had a Sohbat, association with the Prophet. But each, they may have different levels of understanding. They're all not on the same level. We shouldn't be. But they're all one Jamaat. They're all one community. It doesn't mean that everyone is also the same in that community. No, it's completely different. You may even have differences in opinion, differences in doing things. But the danger and the poison is going to be, first poison entering into the association of the Prophet is what? Shiism. And what is Shiism teaching? In order to love one, you have to bring down another one. Correct? In order to love Hazrati Ali, then you have to hate Hazrati Astaghfirullah, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Usman, and others ones too, and the wives of the Prophet too. In order to love the Ahlul Bayt, you have to hate these ones. No, your love is not according to the hate. Understand? So the danger now is when it is starting to shift and it's starting to split. Why that happens? That happens when a group or a feeling, either a group that time or this time, either a group of people or a feeling that is in your heart, you're going to sit there and you're going to judge. And you're going to complain. And you're going to say, this one is like this one is like this one is like this. And you're going to make that to be how you think, how you speak, how you communicate. Every time you think and you speak and you communicate about that, it's only complaining. Shaitan has already put something. Then you're not understanding the wisdom. Why people are different. Why people, they come in different levels. They come with different secrets. They come with different understandings. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is the one who trained everyone. Sahibul Saif has trained us. And if there are things that you don't understand, first thing, don't complain. If you don't understand, they're teaching us in school, first thing you have to do is what? Ask. What is the reason for this? I don't understand. Doesn't matter if you're far away from the Shaykh or you're close to the Shaykh. Don't assume things. As we learned from Shaykh, and one day you're up, one day you're down. That is how tariqat is. One day you're near, one day you're far. One day you're far, one day you're near. It is not something that is guaranteed. The Shaykh is going to look how close you are today in pleasing your Lord. That's the time he pulls you close or he puts you far away in his service. He may be bringing you close and far away. You think maybe that you are somewhere, but he may be for different reasons too. That is saying you're going to fall off the edge now. He has to bring you close. He's not bringing you close. He is going to the edge with you because you're very stubborn. You don't want to come off from the edge. So he goes to the edge with you. And some they're saying, oh, he's at the edge with me, so there's no much difference. I laugh like this, he laughs like this. I do like this, he does like this. Then, once you are looking at your Shaykh like that, or the wives looking at the husbands like that, the wives of the Shaykh looking at the husbands, their sheikhs like that, first whispering of Shaitan has already reached its target. Understand? Because now when that complaining and that judgment hits you, never ending. All you're going to see now is just wrong thing, deficiencies in everything, deficiencies. As Hazrati Ali Karmallahu Wajha is saying, if you're only looking at, say, the faults of your friend, you're not going to have any friend. Allah is Sattar. So the one who is always looking at the faults, and that becomes his way of communication, his way of being passionate, then he should check himself. Because pretty soon Shaitan is going to say, you see this one is behaving like this. Why the Shaykh is not doing anything? Oh, I'm just keeping quiet, I'm not saying anything, but pretty soon, the shaitan is going to keep knocking, 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 because he already made the first level of penetration. And say, oh, must be the Shaykh is starting to judge the Shaykh now. You understand? We've seen it in our own eyes. Why are you doing this? This is not fair. Why are you making that one to do? This one is not doing. Then you're going to praise some and you're going to bring others down. The disease now, Shiaism, is now is inside of you. There's going to be a split. You asked me the question, how to love your brothers. You're not going to achieve true faith until you love to give to your brother what you love for yourself. What is this? Most people are saying that means money. Understanding first, right? What I have to give. Money or my possessions or this. No. Are you sitting down and are you busy complaining about yourself? Saying, I'm such a lazy person, I'm such a dirty person, I'm not doing anything, I'm only complaining, I'm no good for nothing. Are you busy with yourself? Well, if you're busy with yourself, you're not going to be busy with others. You're not. When you look at others, you say, this one is better than me, because you're busy with yourself. You're busy with this donkey, saying to yourself, you're a donkey. Not only you're not going to be busy with people saying you're a donkey. When those ones say to you that you're a donkey, you say that you're right, I am a donkey. You're absolutely right, because that's what you've been busy with. Correct? If you're busy with yourself. So be busy with yourself. But now, you are not. You're busy with others. It is not given to you. Sometimes it's not given, it will crush you. Even if you know that there is something, it is going to crush you. Because it is not given for you. It is not your responsibility. Who is giving you that responsibility? You have to uncover everything. Or you have to say, or you have to mention. You think we don't know. So it's not your responsibility. So you are not blaming yourself, you're blaming others. Because if you blame yourself, you cannot have time to blame others, to complain about others. What happens that time when you're busy with yourself and you complain to your Lord about your own weakness? You're asking Allah always to what? Forgive you, correct? No one is complaining to Allah about our weakness and say, please punish me, hasha, astaghfirullah. You're asking more, you say, forgive me. I'm so dirty, Ya Rabbi, more, cover me. Correct? You're wishing for that rahmat. You're wishing for that sattar. You're wishing for that understanding, that covering, that mercy. Now how are you asking that for yourself and not giving it to your brothers? How can it be? That means you're not busy with yourself. You already have a very high opinion of yourself. Some way, somehow, in a slick way, you have a high opinion of yourself. If you don't, you're not going to be busy. Even if you see something that is wrong, you're going to turn your head. And what? You will cover. As much as you wish Allah to cover you, you're going to cover for that person too. There's people coming to the dargahs. First thing they see, oh, toilet is dirty, people are this, people are that. But they're not seeing the other things. Maybe they're tourists just coming once in a while. You have no right. Even people who come a couple of times. Were you there? Did you understand? What are you going to say? No, if you were there in the dargah in the first few years before everybody came, when everywhere you turn is just one junk pile after another. What are you going to think about Shaykh Effendi? What are you going to think about Shaykh Effendi that time when some people they're working, other people they're not working, and then somebody say, well, he's not working, and Shaykh Effendi say, leave him, he has other things to do, right in your face. You're going to judge him then. You're going to say, making exceptions. Of course there are exceptions. You don't understand. You asking to understand or you want to judge? If you want to judge, there's nothing that we can say. If you want to understand, there are ways for you to come and to ask to be able to understand. You're not going to anyway because you're going to be busy with yourself. You think something about your brothers. This guy is a lazy, what is that? What? You think it's so easy? You say, Astaghfirullah, Ya Rabbi, and then you keep doing that? No. I dare that person who says that all the time. I'm watching. So maybe it's right, maybe it's true. How many times you wash the bathroom for your brothers? You scrubbing the toilet for them? How many times you go and you go to the shovel the manure to say, oh, my ego, you are much dirtier than this manure. This manure is clean, it's some use to everyone. You are no use to nothing. Without anyone saying to you consistently that you're going to do it as a medicine for your arrogance. So, what you love for yourself? Mercy. Everybody loves mercy for themselves, no? What you love for yourself? Forgiveness. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves for their sins to be covered. Dunya and Akhirat, may Allah cover our sins. What are you doing to others around you? Or are you just filled with anger and resentment to people like this and like that? You're not given some people, if they're given the responsibility, number one, they're going to run away from it. They're not going to take it because they know it comes with heaviness. Number two, if they do it, they're going to be very careful. They're going to be very careful about it. Then that first instinct will have to be, instead of complaining that that is dirty, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again and again. I'm not going to say nothing about no one. Those who are given some authority that they have to, that time you have to teach, you have to say. That is not judging. You're teaching. A teacher has to teach the pupil. He's not judging that the student is stupid. Why is he so stupid? No, because he's a student. He has to reach to a certain end. It's your responsibility to teach one way or another. But if it's something that you've taught over and over again and that one is not learning, stubborn, then that time must try to find a different way. You're not a teacher. Don't. Your job is not to complain. Because once you start complaining, say in a Jamaat, complaining about that one, pretty soon you're going to complain about a different one and a different one. And it's not going to stop until you start complaining about the leader of the Jamaat or the Shaykh. It's not going to stop. First thing Shaitan did was complain. He complained about Adam alayhi salam. Correct? This is it. He put his finger touching the physical body of Adam alayhi salam, coming to the belly button, smelling it because the earth was still not dry yet at that time, puts it in his finger, he spit. He says this is a dirty piece of creation. From dirt, literally from dirt. He starts complaining. But he knows in his heart this creation that is so inferior compared to himself, compared to the angels, so inferior compared to everything that Allah subhanahu has created in the Akhirat, in that world. He knows this one is going to be a representative of his Lord. This one is going to be Sultan. This one is going to be the Khalifa. First complain about that one, and then he leads up to what? Complaining about Allah, saying how you can make me to make sajda to this one. You don't know that he's more inferior. How can you? But in his mind, he's saying to others and to himself, no, I only make sajda to Allah, not to this one. It's nothing to do with that. It has to do with Tawhid. Like so many there. No, I'm not complaining about them. It's about what is right and wrong. Who gives you that title to be the one who is dispensing what is right and wrong? So what we want for ourselves. First ask, what is it that I love for myself? Don't look at the material thing. Look to what you love that Allah will give you in these days. Then look to see, are you trying to give it to others or not? It is easy to give mercy and compassion and covering up to people who are normal, regular. It's not so easy to do it people who are in need of that. They're idiots. You understand? It's not so. This is general for everyone. The first is understanding. You have to understand. Why is this happening? And if your understanding is not the same as the understanding of your shaykh, you have to find out. Either you have to find out and you have to get an answer, or you say this is none of my business, and you close that and you be busy with something else. If you cannot, yeah, if you cannot cover that to end that chapter, one day shaitan is just going to fool you and you are going to make a misstep. You're going to make big bad manners, steps of bad manners in the dargah. And that time, when those things happen, it affects the heart of the shaykh in very big trouble, because his heart may turn. You think your heart is going to turn, big deal. We think our heart's going to turn against us, big deal. What? If we don't worship Allah, Allah is going to be sad? If we don't worship Allah, Allah is going to be less. The Prophet is going to be less. Our shaykh is going to be less. No. But if they turn themselves away from us, that time they may even give us paradise. Their paradise is going to be hell, because they've turned their faces away. So wake up for you and for me. Wake up to ourselves. Don't let, just because you have a strong feeling about something doesn't mean it's right. Who's saying a strong feeling is right every time? In this way, when you have strong feelings like that and you keep it to yourself, that is very fertile ground for shaitan to start planting his seeds, because it's very strong. But you're keeping it to yourself. You're not checking it with others to see whether I should have this much or not, whether it is true or not. At that time, shaitan can put something in there, and it's going to grow very quickly. Inshallah, as we enter into the holy month of Ramadan, we're asking Allah for forgiveness and for us to pull back against all this nonsense, to try to find the sweetness of worship. May Allah forgive me and bless you for the sake of Sahibul Saif. Inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. This much is enough. I'll see you tomorrow. Bismillah.